Good morning. Welcome to this week's list. We are cruising here into mid to late July. I'm getting excited about ANA. I hope I'm going to see a lot of you there in Oklahoma City. I know it's not an easy show to get to, but I would recommend taking the time and doing it. Sometimes when these shows get a little smaller and some of the cranky dealers get upset about not being able to fly into Chicago easily, they can be great shows. I can think of other shows in the past like ANA in Anaheim in 2016 and Pittsburgh, and I think it was 2018. Those were fantastic ANAs, and I didn't regret going. So anyway, with that little plug for the ANA, I am a life member. You should be too if you're watching this video. Let's get started. In 1878, better date, Indian Cent, CACG Mint State 65. Those hairlines are on the holder. These holders are not my favorite. I think the new one is going to be much better, so I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. But this coin is gorgeous. Red, brown all day. Certainly not brown, certainly not red, but a lot of red left. A lot of eye appeal on this coin. Certainly not the toughest 1870s P Mint that's out there, but it is not an easy coin either. And they usually come pretty nice looking. They got a lot of die polish lines on 78s. This one has a little bit, but not a ton. Gray sheet is $937. Retail, full retail is $1,200. I'm asking $1,075 for this coin, and definitely a great looking piece. I love this week's list, by the way. It's really varied. Got a lot of cool collector coins, 1 or 2 power coins. This one is an 86 proof nickel. Blast white, really no toning at all. Proof 65. Tiny little bit of texture and fabric change. Where'd my pointer go? I'm gonna have to use a pen. I lost it again as usual. I just want to point this out though, right there, that little bit of texture change. So, I mean, it's not distracting. The coin's gorgeous, but nonetheless, I just wanted to point it out. That little hairline right there next to star 12 and 13 is on the holder, not on the coin. The Liberty nickels in this set were just outstanding. This great cameo on the reverse on this. Light cameo on the obverse. Not sure if it would make it, so I'm not gonna mention that. Nonetheless, Rattler proof nickel on a key date. So a lot of pressure on the proof because 1885 and 86 are tougher mint state coins. Offering this coin at $1,500. All right, what's next? All right, this is an old friend that just came back from a collection. 1910 dime in an old fatty holder. Antique white, really nice looking. Common coin, perfect for type. Tiny little bit of kind of spotted toning right there below the wreath. But other than that, this coin is antique white. Really nice looking piece. The hollow is fully intact. Holder is really nice. No issues whatsoever. $295 for a spectacular looking Barber dime. All right, this one's probably my favorite coin of the bunch. Get ready for the price shock. It's coming. 1895, proof 65, Barber half with a killer crescent toning pattern. Goes all the way through the face. This coin is a clear cameo. You can see it. Toning is beautiful. It's rainbow. Not incredibly vibrant, but it is there. You see the greens, which is always cool to find on a Barber half. Hell, it's cool to find on a Morgan dollar, much less this. This was my second favorite Barber half of this Rattler deal. Reverse is toned the same, like you can see it. A little bit darker, but that same sort of pattern. Man, this coin is awesome. 95s are available, of course. You've probably owned a 95 proof half. If you haven't, now's your chance. And this one is a very special one. This coin is $4,000. I know that's a lot for what the grade is, but with this toning and the rattler and the CAC sticker, I think this coin's gonna fly off the shelves. Awesome, awesome piece. Put it in your box of 20 and just do it. All right, so from that coin, then we go to this coin, which was the most common, lowest graded coin in that deal, in that set. An 83.0 in 64 CAC. It's 150 bucks. It's a great little memento from this set. Well struck. A lot of 83.0s are, a lot of them aren't. 64, yeah, you know, it's a nice looking 64, but you know, it's a 64. A few little scruffiness right there. 150 bucks. These sell 115, 125 even without the CAC sticker. And now the CAC sticker costs 24 bucks these days, as John tries to look at less mundane coins. I imagine he goes blind from time to time. All right, 1887 fatty, very high end for the grade. Little sparkle on the cheek there. Certainly the left obverse field is 66 worthy. Whether or not this would hold it back is debatable. I think this coin has real claims of a 65 or 66. Right there, there's some significant stuff there though. Let's call it a nice 65. Eye appeal of something better. Beautiful toning. There's that sticker again. Oh, I forgot about that from a couple weeks ago. Beautiful toning. Perfect hollow. This coin does have a little chip right there, by the way. So, not perfect plastic. Hollow is good. This coin is 300 bucks. Common P mint. Great eye appeal. A lot of bang for the buck. All right, another old friend. Gosh, I love this coin. I remember when I bought this a couple years ago. This is a 90S, like dimple. It's a freaking dimple obverse with a PL reverse because of the die polish. You can see the die polish here. Just remember, the new standard is if it has die polish, it cannot be a dimple coin, even though this coin has the look of a dimple. Look at that coin. But you can see how the die polish kind of shimmers it different. But you look at the obverse of this coin and it's like, whoa. I remember I cracked this coin out of a PCI holder. It came from an estate in Missouri a couple of years back. I sold it and now it just recently came back to me. I love this coin, love it, love it, love it. It's a lot of money for 850 bucks, but man, it is a mesmerizing obverse. $850. All right, 92.0. Very nice looking 92.0 on the obverse. Very clean. Typical luster of a 92.0. Fabric typical. Nice and white. One tiny little toning spot right there, it looks like. Look at that cheek though for a 64. Really, really nice. Reverse also really nice. Looks like maybe a rim hit there. Just noticed that. Sometimes you see stuff in the video that you normally don't see when you're looking at the coin. Little hit on the eagle's breast feathers there too. This is a very, very high end for either way. Asking 1,250 bucks in an older NGC holder. I like these holders. I find nice coins in these holders with this right here. Once this moved over here, like all this info moved over to the left-hand side, that's the most recent NGC grading. I don't know, it's when BlackRock or whatever conglomerate took them over, but they have been disappointing as of late. This coin, not disappointing. And then finally, finishing up, 295 bucks for a Rattler 1923 common date, very high-end piece dollar. The piece dollars of this Rattler deal, and I think this was part of it, were probably the most disappointing series. Like, I didn't send most of them to CAC because I could tell they weren't going to work. And then the ones that I did where I pushed the envelope, I think like 4 piece dollars out of maybe 10 green stickered. And this, keep in mind, this is a deal that the gold CAC rate was over 20% for over 100 coins. So just let that sink in. But this piece dollar is quite lovely, and it'll look good in your set. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. Subscribe if you like this channel and what we're doing here. I'm going to try to start bringing some more content in a little bit of a different way. We're growing here at Silicon Valley Coins. I hope your collection is growing. Until next week, happy hunting.